We need to go down to the other channel if we're gonna talk.
Oh,
Hi,
sorry, I
Karai.
didn't.
What's
There's
up,
a
babe?
secret channel we can all see.
I'll
Hi,
Yeah.
Karai.
leave. I. Yeah, you guys enjoy
No,
your
let
time.
everyone hear the drama. We got this.
Wait, can I hear the drama at least?
Yeah.
No,
It's okay. I'm
baby.
gonna tell him right after. I got this.
Ah, you're my favorite person. Thank you. All right, well, you guys enjoy.
Okay, we will. I'm dragging you guys down the secret, okay?
You just want to manhandle me.
I already did. Alright, so listen. What happened last night was kind of something that we probably shouldn't have done. Because everybody's incited and they're pissed off, and you incited a lot of anger in a lot of people last night, say. And I'm not coming at you as an angry person. I'm coming at you as a friend that we need to talk about this, okay? Stop it. I mean, if that's what you want to do,
Anybody to be pissed off. Literally
Bruna,
the exact words that I fucking used for everybody, and I will say this while Creamed is in here as well, is everybody needs to calm down. We need to give Creamed the opportunity to try and listen to what everybody's bitching about and see if it can be fixed. That is the they are all adults. I cannot force them to do anything. I cannot tell them to do anything. They don't have to listen to me for one fucking iota of a second. So whatever they're doing is based off of what they want to do. Because everybody keeps asking Sabian, what does Sabian want to do? What's Sabian's plan? What's Sabian going to do? Where's he going to go? What's he going to do? Is he going to make his own guild? Is he going to do this? Is he going to do that? No, I have told everybody. I am leaving my ass parked right where the fuck it is until we have the opportunity to talk to Creamed, because I've got everybody fucking telling me all these things. So I tried to do the smart thing and passed it to Cream because Cream wants to run everything, and basically give the ball to her and see what happens. And then deal with things, as they fucking progress. So everybody else jumping off the deep end and doing whatever it is that they're doing, that has nothing to do with me. That's not me inciting anything, because everybody has asked me and I have told them that I'm giving Cream the opportunity to figure shit out. So
everybody messaged me this morning, reaming me, because apparently we had this secret plan this whole time to level up the alt guild and go over there and jump again.
Nope.
That's I've been getting reamed about it all morning, not by just one or two people.
Yep.
Yeah, it was
Multiple
obvious
people.
that was being
nope.
done.
That was not a fucking plan at all. That's why my main is not in the alt guild.
Well, and that's why I had to tell everybody, like, we leveled up the alt
See,
guild.
this is the whole thing about games like this.
Let me talk.
People are doing high school bullshit where they're creating backdoor whatever the fucks, and they're trying to create drama because they see things.
Okay, Save, hold on. I'm gonna pull Grim here. Let me finish my thought, okay? Because I'm really frustrated about this. Not only did you remove messages from the message between you and Cream to make it sound like she was being really shitty to you.
No, those were deleted because I was literally going to leave the Discord. I was going to uninstall the game. I was going to quit everything. I didn't say anything to anybody. I was literally going to go through and delete everything. Because since I've started this game, I've been playing video games for over 30 plus years of my life. Since I have started playing this video game, I have hated my life every fucking second. Because it's just been nothing but one bullshit thing after another.
Okay.
Because it's a bunch of adults that want to act like fucking children.
The thing is that there's money behind this stuff, okay? There's money behind the paywall. You might not be a pay-to-player, but there's some people that are, and that's why people get so passionate about it. And this is an NCSoft game. That's how it works. But besides the point, that's besides the point. My trust level went away the second I saw those messages from you. Okay, and I'm going to put it all out on the table. The reason why Crush started that guild, when in our opinion, and what we thought, is that he wanted a place to put the alts at so we could all be together and we could do something with it. And then he started leveling it up and taking away from what we needed here. Runa came over because she wanted that title. And that's why she's been working her ass off. To find out that Crush has been leveling the other guild was really disheartening to her and Frank and Sir. Okay? It was really, really disheartening to me. Okay. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. Okay. Just
Okay,
the tip
how
of
does
it.
that have anything to do with me? I don't control what Crush does. I didn't tell Crush to do anything. He created the guild himself to start with, which Creamed asked the question of why did he do that? I don't have an answer because I'm not in his head. I don't control him. I have no clue. All I did was when I found out he started it, I told him, hey, when I get my alt over and she's done with her 36-hour cooldown, I'm going to put her in there if you can pass the guild leadership to her, because that was the original plan. So
That's
No,
right.
from my
He is
understanding,
right. No,
I
Sabe
thought
is
the
right
original
about
plan was
this.
for him to take it.
No, so
nope,
the
the
original
original plan
plan
was
was
I
that
was going to have the alt guild.
I told Sabe to make an alt guild. I want him to feel powerful, like he's like a leader, etc., because he's like a great person. So I told Sabe to make an alt guild. Then I noticed Crush made an alt guild, and I was like, huh, why did Crush do that? That's kind of mean to Sabe. So I DM'd Sabe about that, and I was like, why'd he do that? And Sabe was like, I think he's gonna give me like leader later. I think he's trying to just be helpful. But maybe he has an ulterior motive.
Yeah, I have no clue. So, like, things that are going on outside of my control with other people, I am not directing anybody. Like, I'm not Dumbledore's secret army trying to undermine or do anything fucking crazy, because I've already made the statement, because people have openly already stated that if I leave and make a guild that they're willing to go with me, and it's like I don't want that sitting in the fucking channel to hear me say happens, then I'm trying to rip things apart and I'm trying to be an asshole, which that is so far from beyond the fucking
That's what I'm
truth.
getting yelled at
I am
about.
not an asshole.
That's what I'm getting yelled at about. I'm literally getting yelled at by Moby. You are doing it again. This is the second time you guys have done this. You wins asses. And that's what I'm hearing. And it's creating a huge rift between us and you guys, and it's becoming a deal. We need to figure this out. Like, if Marm needs a couple days off, then she needs a couple fucking days off. We need to quit fucking battering her about it. If the loot's gonna take a while to get passed out, sorry, wait a few days. This is an RV. And
But
when we were calling shots,
But that's
okay,
where
go ahead.
everybody's having the issue, because right now, Marm wants to control everything.
Because it's her guild, it's her business. She owns this business. This is her business. This is real life. Okay, let's put it in real life terms. You own a business, okay? And you hire a manager off the street. You take care of everything else. You're what, a manager, because they're not doing things the way that you want it done.
So
that
can I
correct?
stop you right now? Because you've already not explained the situation that we're in. Because you just said the owner of the business hires a manager to run things. We don't have that. We have an owner that's running everything. So when she's off, that life comes before video games. So if you're off doing whatever it is that you're doing in life, and like me, that know what the owner's plan is, knows what the owner wants to do, so that when the owner is not here, things can still keep moving forward. Things don't just stop because one person's not there. Just like with the guild bosses. Cream was doing whatever she was doing. You were taking care of what you were taking care of. Literally, that leaves one person in the entire guild that has the ability to even open guild boss rifts. So had I not got on to do anything, guild bosses would have never happened. And that was one of the things that everybody was, all up about. So then the guild bosses are done. Now there's loot. Everybody's asking me, well, what are we going to do with the loot? When are we going to deal with the loot? What are we going to do with this? What are we going to do? And I'm like, I don't have that answer. Like, I literally have the capability as an advisor to distribute loot, but I don't have the permission. I don't have the power. like Creamed has dealing with loot when I was in RVC on the other side, with doing roles with everybody that was there that participated, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I told them that I wouldn't do that. You yourself last night, Cup, said, oh, well, let's just distribute the loot. What did I say? Not going to do that because I'm not going to open that fucking can of worms. Not going to happen because I don't know what Cream wants to do with it. So everybody can sit there and bitch about it, that it's sitting there. That's not my ball. That's not my bag of worms. I have not been instructed on how any of that is supposed to be taken care of, other than I'm an officer that's not supposed to do anything. Like those were the exact words. I am an officer and I don't need to do anything.
I thought you had already distributed the loot by the way you talked to me about it, and that's the only reason why I responded like that. To be fair, okay. And you were also talking about in terms about what's going to happen in the new guild, how you're going to distribute loot, how you're going to do things in the new guild. You were jumping the horse ahead of time, and I'm not here to fucking do this. We're not throwing each other under any
It
buses.
sure as fuck
We're not doing this,
seems like
okay?
it, sounds like it, because
Okay.
my exact words were, if this happens, if we do this, if it becomes another guild, if a lot of bigs ifs, like, and here's the thing, Cup, you know me. We want to play this game. I can literally go back and run the tape and we can watch the whole thing happen.
I don't
Because
think anybody
it's
has
all
time for that.
recorded.
I don't think anybody has time for that. And people who record stuff, it's really, it's not cool. It's not cool at all. But that's what ties
But it was cool when RVC was fucking us.
No, it wasn't cool when RVC was fucking at all. People all the time. That's not an okay thing. Because then you can go around and turn around and use it against people whenever the fuck you
I have is in defending myself, because every fucking time through RVC and now through all of this, I am being attacked by everybody. Somehow I am always the fucking bad guy.
Okay, so
somehow
all right,
I'm
read
always the
that
one
message, Save.
instigating everything.
Save, read the messages that you sent to Cream over the last 2 weeks. From a aspect of somebody who doesn't know you, okay? This person is coming in telling you how they want you to run things, how things have to be done, and demanding you to do these things. You know, like you got to think about it from those perspectives, Save. Like, it's not a hostile takeover. She has a system, she has a life. She said in here multiple times, just because I want to have a life. Multiple times. If she wants to distribute the loot the way she wants to distribute the loot, let her do it. If it's a problem, then go somewhere else. And I don't mean that in like a mean way. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, like, if you've got such a problem with it, you don't have to get everybody together and talk about it. Just fucking
See, how am
go.
I getting everybody together? You haven't been in here either. Literally, I'm sitting in here listening to what people are complaining about. I'm not gathering anybody.
Do you
We
mind
You
have-
if
said
I?
we
you
have-
said the
we
other night
have
you got
people-
15 people.
I have had people that have told me that they were going to quit the guild before we showed up, and that the only reason why they stayed was because Creamed pulled all of us over into the server and we became a part of the guild and the Discord became active. That's why they're still here. That is what I've been told.
Okay.
So it's not I'm just starting stuff. It's I'm the one listening to everything because I'm in the Discord all the time. So I hear all these people complaining about stuff. So what I am trying to do is trying to be helpful of bringing this.
Okay, y'all are actually gonna have to let the guild leader talk for a second. I'll unmute you in just like 60 seconds, say. Please don't be upset about it. Actually, I'm gonna unmute you right now, but I'm gonna hope you're gonna let me talk. Okay, when you guys came into this server, into my guild, I thought we had a mutual understanding that my guild was not super hardcore. It's like semi-casual troll PvP, like once a week PvP, and that like I am the guild leader. it seems like you guys, especially Sabe, expected a higher level of activity, whereas I thought you guys were so tired of how RVC was constantly just using you for like a PvP, like a meat shield and like dogs, that you would have been fine with a bit of like less guild activity. Did I get anything wrong about that? Like I unmuted you, you can talk.
I had muted myself. So and see, this is the absolute beautiful, wonderful power of communication, because that's not what we were understanding. And Zastus isn't in here for you to be able to pull him in. Oh yeah, he is. He's fucking right there below us.
I am actually in here. I just
So-
woke up and I've been just sitting and listening because I
So since he's in here, that what you just stated, your exact statement was not what we were under the understanding, because me and Zastus have been talking about it. We were under the understanding that because we had all of that PvP experience in a super competitive, super hardcore, super, astronomically stupid environment, that we were coming over here to try and help teach people how to do that PvP stuff, because you yourself had told me that you want this big gigantic alliance that can beat up Ethereum.
Yes,
The
but
way
let me
the way things are
interject
being
here.
done, that's never going to happen, because that's just being a semi-casual troll PvP group. You're not going to be able to pull the people together to be able to cohesively do PvP against an entity like Ethereum or TC or Vanguard. So that right there,
Let me
probably the
respond to
number
that.
one problem.
Maybe I didn't make this clear enough, but yes, I do have plans to go against Ethereum. Yes, Alec knows about it. But this is not something that happens overnight. This is like a plan that I'm going to do over the course of months. Months. I do not want like you guys stressing out my existing guild members with you know, giving them this idea that there's going to be like constant like PvP, and that we have to like get this alliance ready now. No, the plan is like within the first month I get us like a semi PvP, like troll PvP kind of alliance. I teach people to do PvP, and it's hard to recruit on Lostland's server. There's no there
typically have a problem. But the biggest problem is I want to do more organized PvP, and we don't have how you want to run the guild. We do not know the full like how you wanting to do stuff.
I think you're just expecting to do stuff, and I literally want you guys to do nothing, and it's driving you nuts. The only thing I need you guys to do is to like sit in voice channel, and if you want to do little boss PvP or like organize someone, or like pull people in, do that for me. And that's literally the only thing I want y'all to do, because I have to recruit, I have to clean the guild, and I am DMing everyone individually about their gear, what they need done, like and getting us a new alliance. So basically, I need y'all to keep the guild's social scene kind of alive, while I can get us this ridiculous interpersonal stuff like the alliances, and like I don't know, setting up the crazy shit that needs to be done. Because I can't do both at the same time. I would not have like enough
That's why
time
we're
in my
saying
day.
like you need to have it to the point where you can delegate the stuff, because you're just gonna fucking jam yourself in the like the headbutt into
And
a
I
wall,
have
like headbutt the
delegated
wall.
stuff to you. I'm doing the stuff I like to do as a guild leader. Different guild leaders like different roles. My role as a guild leader is I want to talk to people individually. In DMs, I want to make alliances. And social stuff, I can delegate that to someone else who's much more skilled at it than I am. You guys are really fantastic at it. a lot of guilds run their stuff like this. Like Hellowing has this exact same setup. Like Brandonger usually takes care of alliances, setting stuff up, DMing people individually, and he has other people who keep the scene up, and he's always sitting in channel and muted. I'm not the only guild leader that does this. It's just a
Oh,
leading style.
I know because I've stayed muted in channels because I'm literally having 6 different conversations. I understand.
Great. Fantastic.
And then when I'm here, I'm in here and I try to have a conversation with whoever I can before I get pulled into fucking leadership hell, like what I like to call it, because you just get like that's where you're like I'm like. But my biggest problem, and this is what I was having issue was, I wasn't able to play the game until I was able to start delegating. The moment I started delegating, the world kind of fell on itself because they're wanting to do other extra shit. They're wanting me to kick people out for more competitive bodies. That even though I have people that are loyalists that are wanting to be, part of the group crowd, part of the family. That's how you I get their viewpoint as well after as shit has gone on. Sorry, I'm in a dungeon, but
All good.
yeah, like we're a little bit more guidance would be extreme, like guidance on how you want to have stuff done is extremely helpful. I know there's some things that you want to do, but I mean, we all know that not everyone's always here 24/7.
So when I'm not here, the only things I expect you to do is same thing, keeping like the social scene in the channel going. And then, yes, that will make you feel like, everything stops when I'm gone, and you're gonna have to deal with that feeling. It's gonna suck,
Let's say
but if you
let's
can't
say
deal
like
with it, it's
for
not gonna
example,
work.
I'm for example, like the stuff that happened like the last weekend, right? When you disappeared and we had and we had the bosses scheduled. Something like
Yes,
that. Like
that
that's the
was
type of
bad.
situation. In that case
Okay, sorry,
in
keep
that
going.
scenario yeah, that's why I'm trying to say, like in that type of scenario, that's why we're like, if you're absent, how would you like to proceed if you're absent or you're gone for a
I
foreseeable
would like to proceed for you to do nothing. But, you didn't know that. You did the bosses. I'm actually incredibly grateful for that, and I had rewards planned for the fact that you guys did this for me because it was amazing that you did that. But if I'm gone, I just expect everything to like just nothing to happen basically.
Hmm.
How about this? If we're gonna keep like the guild running and progressing for another 2 weeks, if in 2 weeks you still don't like it, it's still like, you're itching to like um ha have things still going if I'm away, if you're still unhappy, then I will help you with your alt guild. Like, I will do everything to find you guys a great alliance and set you up with everything over there so you can lead your own guild.
Bleh. Sorry.
Give it two
Like,
weeks, see if you still hate it, and I will help you with everything.
cup and say like what I I'm just trying to figure out what everybody's like. I'm I'm for the group. I'm cool with whatever. I just know
Um,
that like for me, like my viewpoint, right, is I'm a competitive by nature player, and I've been sitting stagnant for a long time. I don't like that. I'm understanding that we need to do it to build up, but I can only sit still so long before.
Yeah, I
I mean,
understand that.
none of us can tell either of you what to do. None of us can. I
Yeah,
mean,
I
none
know.
of us can tell you what to do. We can't make up your mind for you. I know for one that like what we had going on here, I've never seen some of the people in our guild more happy than they have been the last few weeks. Loot makes people crazy. It does.
Yeah.
It really does. And
Loot and Lucent and all that fun shit just makes the problem
it
5,000
makes
times.
people crazy. It makes people record Discord conversations and threaten to use them against people. It makes people do a lot of things. And honestly, like I for one and am like completely over all this like weird back alley bullshit that's been going on the last few days, and I'm kind of like halfway over it. And Zastas, you keep saying over and over again, you don't want leadership, you don't want leadership, you don't want leadership. But you keep stepping up like you want to be leadership. So if you want it, you should say it. You know what I mean? Like I understand like you don't
Cupcakes
want
is
the
spot
responsibility
on.
of it. You know? And you know, I'm not saying you're a bad leader, Zas, but you've got these tendencies of wanting to step up and be leader and run stuff. Babe, do it. You're good at it. You're good at it with the people that follow you, you know, and I'm not telling you to go somewhere else. I'm not saying any of that stuff either, but it sounds like a lot of people already have their mind made up that like if things don't change the way they want them, that they're gonna go separate ways.
You know what I'm worried
know?
about Xastus? I mean, about Sabe.
Hmm?
I think it would be really great for you to be leader. That's why I wanted you to be leader of that second guild. But the problem is, if you try to lead your own guild right now, the whole server is just gonna act weird. And like you're not gonna be able to have a big guild so quickly. So if we want to help Sabe have a good big guild and fill it up with people and like have it be super active and like have him happy and like have him be able to do all the stuff he really wants to do, it's not going to be easy for me to help him make a second guild and fill it up with people that quickly. Like I want him to actually like lead a guild because this is always going to happen. He's not going to like how I lead it. And we should make that second impregnation guild like really really big. But I don't know if Sabe's going to be patient enough to wait out the amount of time it needs for us to get him an alliance, recruit the people, etc. Because I have like my own guild to deal with.
Yeah, and like I and I can't speak for Sabe, but I know it's like in the scenario things. Like we are ex-military. Like I'm really chill. I'm sure you kind of noticed. I kind of just do whatever the fuck I need to do at that moment in time. I know that we have a certain way we like to have things going. Like at least some type like even though there's like for example here, right? Like you like think like the structure is like it's just you, and then it kind of trickles off immediately, right? It doesn't do one of those things like, hey, if Marm isn't here, which I know you have said, I don't want you to do anything, which that's just your leadership style. There's 30,000 different leadership styles. That's understandable. And we're used to a totally different system, and we came from like a pre-existing system, and we had a system that was working before we kind of jumped over, but we were being harassed. That it just takes time to adapt and do shit too, right? But I think big part too is like I know like communication with it. Like you were gone for like that whole day, no one heard from you for like 24 plus hours. So we're like, what do we do? And I'm like, just do guild bosses. Fuck it. I'm like sitting on like you have the power to do it. To fucking do it. Like yeah, I know I say I don't want to do leadership stuff. And typically I don't, but there's moments where I'm just like, I step up when I need to step up, and then I kind of just back up a little bit. Because I don't want to put myself through a ringer, I should say. Like, I don't want to have that level of responsibility with the IRL shit that I got going on, too. Like, because I sometimes have to randomly just stop whatever the fuck I'm doing and walk away. That's the other reason. But, well, yeah, like a little bit more communication would be helpful. And like, I'm willing to wait and see how things work. I just want like for the thing like more communication, and if you're wanting us to work on doing like PvP stuff and spooling people at PvP stuff up, then make something like, hey, this is what's going on. If you want to do PvP stuff, get in touch with X, Y, Z, blah blah blah. I don't know how to word it other than that, Graham. I'm trying not to be an asshole and telling you how to run shit.
No, that
Like
sounds
what,
great.
like
Yeah.
I know what you're wanting to do. Yeah, like that's how I'm foreseeing it, is just try to deviate some stuff off of you so you don't fucking feel like bashing your head against the wall from stress, and that's pretty much from anybody that's in this channel, because we've been in this situation off and on for like the last 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks. I know for me,
Yep,
like
yep.
I delegated too late when we were in Verde, and that was like one of the hardest lessons that I learned in Verde, was delegating and having people in place to run things when I'm busy doing other shit. Even if like that's why I was saying, like, if there's a certain way you want to have stuff run, tell us that standard so we can uphold that standard. And whenever
I
it comes to
see,
that
I
situation, be
see.
like, go talk to Cream. That's what I'm trying to say, and that's what Sabe's trying to say. But old sergeant. We're like we're old and it's hard for us to
You
articulate shit.
phrased it really
Small
well.
words.
Thank you.
Hopefully, I don't know. I'm not a master of words. Where's my Pepsi?
No, you phrased it really well. Thank you. It's great.
Because that's just kind of like the type of a little bit of structure and a little bit of guidance goes the world, especially from like and Sabe. I think you're muted, buddy.
Nope, I just haven't said a word.
Okay.
Alrighty, sounds good. I'm just doing like contracts, and I have to talk to grippers in like half an hour.
Yeah,
But
I
yeah,
know.
I think
I
the
know some of
meeting
the
is
gripper
mostly
guys.
over, unless you guys wanted, I don't know, anything else.
Yeah, just the little bit more communication when you're able to, or at least be like, hey, this is kind of like I know like we're kind of like, hey, if you're on and you want to do it, you can. Having kind of like a modified schedule, like, hey, if you're going, we're like, hey, we're gonna go to these world bosses, or ask XYZ what world bosses they're going to. This little tiny little structure stuff will
Mm-hmm.
go a long way because everyone's like, what? They're like, no rules. I'm sitting there, I'm like, no party. I'm like sitting there, I'm like, I'm gonna go shit on your couch.
I'm actually gonna go
I'm
and
just,
take care of that. I'm gonna make like a schedule channel and stuff because you're right, I wasn't clear about that. So I'm gonna go up into our like hangout channel. I might be muted again. I know. But I'm gonna be working on the exact stuff you let me know about. Thank you.
yeah, like a little bit more communication, a little bit like, hey, if I'm not here and there needs to be some sort of guidance, XYZ are here to help will be a thing. And if there's any big major questions, ask me. And if we do something that like basically if we gotta have to make a decision and you're not here and you don't answer us in an articulate amount of time and we make a decision and it's not something you want, you need to be like, hey, I don't like that thing. If you could do it this way, if it comes to that point. That's what we're trying
Sounds
to
good. We're probably gonna run into like more scenarios I didn't like think ahead for, so just be prepared for when that inevitably happens and we're all angry again and we'll figure it out.
you'll know when I'm angry because I'll be silent, like stupidly silent, and I won't say
Oh,
shit, and or
alrighty.
I'll just drop guild. That's how you know I'm really mad. I'll just leave.
Sounds good. Okay. I'm gonna go up to the other channel and I'm gonna get down to business. Thanks so much. Love you guys. Where did what's his face go? I'm gonna spill all the guild drama. Just kidding. Kurai
Who?
left. Kurai. Okay, I have to mute myself as usual because they want me to do like guild stuff. So yeah.
Mhm.